FreeBooksTube is glad to produce, publish, and offer. Achieve Inner Peace, Stoic Exercises for Inner Peace by Sage D. Esotreasure. Finding inner peace can often seem like an insurmountable challenge. The cacophony of daily life, ranging from work pressures and family demands to political unrest and the omnipresent buzz of technology, constantly disrupts our sense of calm. Despite these external disturbances, many people embark on a quest for inner tranquility, seeking a reprieve from the chaos surrounding them. This journey towards achieving profound inner peace, though it may appear elusive, is a pursuit that countless individuals find both valuable and transformative. Navigating this journey requires a clear understanding and practical guidance to help separate oneself from the negativity and distractions that can undermine our peace. This guide provides a roadmap for cultivating inner serenity amidst the clamor of modern existence. It offers timeless wisdom and actionable strategies to help you quiet your mind, remain present, and access the tranquility that lies within. The path to inner peace begins with letting go of past burdens, future anxieties, and the uncontrollable elements of life. By focusing on these foundational steps, you can start to cultivate a state of calm. Building patience, adopting a broader perspective, and learning to embrace things as they are essential parts of this journey. Techniques such as meditation, self-reflection, and forming meaningful relationships contribute significantly to achieving a state of inner stability and calm, even during tumultuous times. Embarking on this journey towards inner peace is profoundly fulfilling and can transform your life in meaningful ways. The difficulties encountered along the way are outweighed by the rewards of attaining a lasting sense of satisfaction and deep happiness. This guide is designed to be your essential companion in the quest for enduring calm, offering practical tools and insights to help you achieve a peace that might have previously seemed out of reach. One key lesson on this journey is learning to be patient with unresolved aspects of your inner world. Humans have always been driven by an insatiable curiosity, seeking answers to fundamental questions about existence. From the nature of the sky to the mysteries of life and death, our quest for knowledge is a defining aspect of our humanity. As we grow older, our questions often become more profound and philosophical, touching on topics such as the fairness of life, our purpose, and the pursuit of genuine happiness. Despite our relentless quest for clarity, some questions remain unanswered. The pursuit of knowledge, particularly through Western philosophy, has aimed to shed light on these mysteries through empirical investigation and logical reasoning. Yet, not every question has a straightforward answer. The vastness of the universe and the complexities of human experience often defy our understanding. Throughout history, wise sages and mystics have acknowledged that certain truths and knowledge transcend our logical capacities. Timeless philosophical inquiries about the purpose of life, the afterlife, and the existence of a higher power challenge our understanding. Each individual must find their own sense of resolution and peace, often accepting that some level of uncertainty will persist. Our greatest thinkers are often humbled by the enormity of the cosmos and the intricacies of human consciousness. We are like children trying to capture the vastness of the ocean with tiny buckets. On a personal level, many profound questions about our relationships, traumas, and struggles remain unresolved despite our best efforts. The complexities of our inner world cannot always be unraveled through logic alone. Life is inherently ambiguous, filled with paradoxes and contradictions. Our minds crave certainty, but this certainty can be elusive, especially for those who tend to overthink. The pursuit of understanding every detail of our life's journey can become a relentless cycle of confusion and frustration. We often believe that grasping the purpose behind each success and setback is crucial for avoiding inner turmoil. However, striving too hard for clear answers can sometimes leave us feeling more perplexed. Understanding the human experience requires more than just intellectual effort. It involves embracing various perspectives and tools to navigate the complexities of life. Wisdom from spirituality and ancient philosophy offers alternative ways of understanding the unknown aspects of our inner selves. Rather than getting caught in the endless cycle of analysis, these approaches encourage us to accept and be open to the mysteries of life. They suggest that the quest for absolute certainty is a fundamental human desire that may never be fully satisfied. Embracing this uncertainty with patience and acceptance can lead to a deeper sense of inner peace. In summary, achieving inner peace involves letting go of the burdens of the past and future, embracing patience and a broader perspective, and accepting the inherent uncertainties of life. This journey, though challenging, leads to profound fulfillment and a lasting sense of tranquility. By integrating spiritual wisdom and practical techniques, you can cultivate a state of calm and serenity, even amidst the chaos of modern life. The quest for fulfillment often leads us to a profound realization. Clinging to the need to understand every facet of life can be a significant obstacle to achieving peace. The struggle to decipher life's enigmatic twists and turns can keep us entangled in an endless loop of frustration, blocking us from discovering serenity. From a spiritual standpoint, the desire to grasp every detail of existence reflects our ego's belief that our limited human minds can fully decode the infinite wonders and complexities of life. Imagine a curious child, eager to unlock the mysteries of the universe, despite having only a rudimentary understanding. This is similar to our own attempts to unravel life's profound mysteries with our finite comprehension. True wisdom involves recognizing that some aspects of existence extend beyond our rational faculties and sensory experiences. It requires a surrender to humility and an acceptance of life's inherent uncertainties. Developing inner peace involves learning to embrace the unknown with patience and an open heart. It means accepting life's uncertainties, losses, and apparent injustices without the constant need for explanations. Just as a wise teacher might withhold certain lessons until a student is ready, life may only reveal deeper truths and lessons when we are sufficiently evolved to grasp them. This approach is about accepting that not every experience has a clear or immediate answer. It's about allowing ourselves to grow and understand at our own pace. From a spiritual perspective, expecting to have all of life's questions answered on our terms reveals a certain arrogance. It reflects a reluctance to face the inherent uncertainties of our existence. Ironically, our insistence on finding definite answers often leads to greater distress. This constant pursuit of clarity can spiral into overthinking, creating a cycle of worries and imagined catastrophes that trap us. The unknown can become even more unsettling when we flood our minds with worst-case scenarios, trying to avoid discomfort. Rather than striving to solve every problem, it's more beneficial to cultivate a sense of trust and curiosity towards uncertainty. Embracing radical acceptance allows us to relinquish the need to fit life's unpredictabilities into our narrow perspectives. This approach encourages us to view life's uncertainties not as challenges to overcome, but as fascinating mysteries to explore. By letting go of the demand for immediate and clear-cut answers, we can appreciate the value in exploring these enigmas. In our modern world, intellectual and scientific cultures often prioritize measurement, classification, and empirical evidence. We value theories that can be logically explained and verified. However, there are dimensions of wisdom that extend beyond intellectual understanding. These include mysterious coincidences, profound connections with the universe, and intuitive insights that defy logical explanation. To explore these realms, we need to adopt a humble and inquisitive approach, much like a child marveling at the world. The wonder of existence is best appreciated when we acknowledge that some experiences will always transcend complete understanding. Embracing patience with life's unresolved complexities transforms these challenges into opportunities for growth and exploration. Instead of seeing unanswered questions as obstacles, we can view them as invitations to delve deeper into the mysteries of existence. This shift in perspective allows us to appreciate the paradoxical and ambiguous nature of life. Approaching the unknown with respect rather than criticism opens doors to personal development. When we encounter areas of our inner life that are unclear or undefined, treating them with kindness can lead to significant personal growth. These aspects of ourselves hold the potential to bring us new levels of understanding when approached with patience and attention. Achieving this level of patience and surrender is not immediate. It requires ongoing effort to move beyond our analytical mindset and foster a more open relationship with life's mysteries. By unraveling the self that seeks to control and understand everything, we can connect more deeply with the essence of our being that navigates through uncertainties effortlessly. When faced with emotional triggers or uncertainty, meditation can be a valuable tool. By paying attention to physical sensations that arise when we overthink or attempt to control situations, we can find relief from the discomfort of not knowing why events unfold as they do. Recognizing the inner turmoil associated with seeking clear answers while simultaneously embracing the unknown enhances our ability to manage life's challenges calmly. Life's uncertainties test our patience and offer opportunities for spiritual growth. By learning to stay open and composed in the face of unpredictability, we mature and gain better control over our emotional responses. This approach helps us maintain a sense of empowerment amidst life's uncertainties. As humans, we possess an inner reservoir of mysteries that can facilitate our growth, making us more present, accepting, and open to life's complexities. Whenever we find ourselves caught in cycles of overthinking and trying to decipher every aspect of our journey, taking a moment to breathe and embrace the experience without judgment can deepen our understanding. By accepting the mysteries and uncertainties of life, we open ourselves up to greater personal growth and a more profound connection with our inner selves. This process involves continually practicing patience and surrender, embracing the unknown, and trusting that, in time, we will uncover the insights we need. Through this approach, we can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience, finding peace even amidst the most perplexing and mysterious aspects of our existence. Once upon a time, in a world buzzing with negativity, there was a young woman named Jane who embarked on a transformative journey. Her quest was not for riches or fame, but for something far more elusive: inner peace. Jane had always been prone to anxiety. From an early age, she found herself entangled in a web of worry, her mind perpetually fixated on potential dangers and worst-case scenarios. This constant focus on the negative aspects of life created a cycle of distress that she struggled to escape. As she grew older, Jane began to realize the profound impact of her negative mindset. Her life was marked by chronic anxiety, and even minor setbacks or troubling news stories would send her spiraling into deep discontent. Her relationships suffered as well. She would often become irritable over trivial matters, her mood perpetually overshadowed by a cloud of negativity. The realization struck her hard: she needed to make a change. In her late 30s, Jane found herself at a breaking point. Work pressures, family conflicts, and an overwhelming sense of dread about the state of the world left her feeling utterly defeated. The weight of these issues was too much to bear alone, and she understood that a shift was necessary for her well-being. It was during this turbulent period that she sought help from a counselor, who introduced her to the practice of mindfulness. Through mindfulness practices such as meditation and conscious breathing, Jane learned to observe her thoughts without judgment. She began to recognize when she was indulging in catastrophic thinking and simply labeled these thoughts as negative mental chatter. This awareness allowed her to let these thoughts pass without letting them dominate her mind. This shift in perspective was not immediate, but it marked the beginning of Jane's journey towards peace. To further support her quest for inner tranquility, Jane made deliberate decisions to minimize her exposure to negativity. She unfollowed accounts on social media that perpetuated fear and negativity, cut down on her consumption of cable news, and surrounded herself with friends who fostered a positive outlook. Despite these efforts, Jane encountered numerous setbacks. The temptation to slip back into old habits was strong. She often found herself drawn into social media debates or consumed by negative news cycles. However, she remained committed to her practice. She continued to step back from these triggers, focusing on her breath and maintaining a supportive environment. Gradually, Jane began to experience moments of genuine peace. Her default state shifted from anxiety and apprehension to a more balanced and serene presence. The practice of distancing herself from negativity helped her reclaim her inner calm. Even when faced with difficult situations, she developed the skill to prevent these challenges from escalating into overwhelming concerns. Jane's newfound clarity and ability to navigate life's obstacles with grace became a source of inspiration for those around her. We all grapple with negative thoughts and inner criticism. Harsh self-judgment, fixation on past mistakes, and fears about the future can create a mental environment as toxic as any external pollution. Without effective coping mechanisms, these negative patterns can overwhelm us, leading to a pervasive sense of powerlessness and despair. To combat this, we must learn to distance ourselves from negativity, both external and internal. Inner peace requires us to create a buffer between ourselves and the constant stream of negativity that bombards us daily. The challenge lies in how pervasive negativity has become in our modern lives. News outlets, social media, and even casual conversations often overflow with pessimism and doom. If we are not vigilant, we may absorb this negativity unconsciously, allowing it to disrupt our mental and emotional well-being. To protect ourselves, it is crucial to be selective about the information we consume and the thoughts we entertain. In a culture where negativity has become the norm, consciously choosing positivity and remaining aware of our emotional landscape is essential. We face a choice: either let the surrounding negativity consume us or become mindful observers who filter our experiences and thoughts. Choosing the latter involves a deliberate effort to cultivate positivity. By establishing strong boundaries, we can shield ourselves from harmful influences and protect our inner peace. This might involve setting limits on media consumption, engaging in uplifting conversations, or dedicating time to practices that foster mental clarity and emotional resilience. Ultimately, finding inner calm amidst chaos is about making conscious choices. It requires stepping back from the constant noise and negativity, embracing mindfulness, and surrounding ourselves with supportive influences. It is about recognizing that while we cannot always control external circumstances, we can control our response to them. By cultivating a mindset that seeks tranquility and positivity, we create a sanctuary within ourselves that remains unaffected by external turbulence. Jane's journey illustrates that inner peace is attainable through intentional practices and mindful living. Her story serves as a reminder that while negativity is pervasive, we have the power to shape our mental environment and maintain our inner calm. By making thoughtful choices about the influences we allow into our lives and practicing mindfulness, we can navigate the complexities of modern existence with greater ease and serenity. In a world filled with constant distractions and negativity, achieving inner peace requires both effort and awareness. By distancing ourselves from harmful influences and focusing on positive perspectives, we can cultivate a more peaceful and balanced state of mind. The journey to inner peace is ongoing, but each step taken towards this goal brings us closer to a life of greater clarity and contentment. In our quest for inner peace, it's essential to confront the reality that we often allow negativity to govern our perceptions and reactions. This tendency to dwell on victimhood and magnify our fears can distort how we see the world, leading us into a cycle of negativity. To break free from this cycle and protect our inner serenity, we must make a conscious effort to detach from negative influences and maintain a balanced perspective. This journey towards inner peace requires a steadfast commitment to awareness and practice. If we remain passive, our unconscious patterns will lead us to be continuously buffeted by negative forces. Therefore, it becomes crucial to be discerning about the information we allow into our lives. Wise spiritual teachings remind us that while we cannot always control every thought that enters our mind, we do have the power to choose which thoughts to engage with. Being selective about our media consumption is a significant step in this process. Mainstream news, negative social media feeds, and entertainment that promotes cynicism or cruelty can all contribute to a toxic mental environment. By consciously limiting our exposure to these negative sources, we create a more peaceful and restorative space for ourselves. For example, instead of indulging in media that stokes outrage or despair, we can redirect our focus to more uplifting and constructive content. Simple adjustments like changing the channel from heated news segments or muting social media groups filled with negativity can make a notable difference. Our mental landscape is influenced heavily by what we expose ourselves to. Without deliberate attention, the mind tends to gravitate towards anxious patterns, fixating on past regrets and future worries. This can result in a pessimistic view of ourselves and the world. To counteract these tendencies, we need practical techniques to shift away from toxic thought patterns. Practices such as meditative breathing, positive affirmations, and physical activity can help redirect our focus and alleviate stagnant energy. Developing self-awareness and consciously choosing positivity are key to protecting our inner peace. In modern life, the bombardment of negativity seems almost inescapable. The prevalence of pessimism and doom can make it challenging to maintain a positive outlook. However, our experiences are shaped by where we direct our focus and energy. When we immerse ourselves in narratives that highlight division, fear, and scarcity, we inadvertently contribute to these negative experiences in our own lives. Conversely, by choosing to focus on beauty, faith, healing, and our aspirations, we align ourselves with positive energies. This alignment enables us to connect with the universal field of creativity and enlightenment, fostering an environment where positivity can flourish. Understanding how to handle negativity empowers us to regain control over our consciousness and experiences. This process of radical discernment requires consistent intention and effort. External and internal sources of negativity can cling to us like burrs, embedding themselves in our consciousness even when we seek to be free of them. To combat this, we must cultivate the habit of observing our reactions with compassion and detachment. Mindfulness and conscious living are crucial tools in maintaining inner peace amidst external challenges. In our modern world, it's vital to avoid becoming entangled in the conflicts and negativity prevalent in our surroundings. Defining ourselves solely through these amplified conflicts can undermine our inner peace. Instead, we should remain steadfast and committed to our personal journey towards tranquility. By embodying the peace we seek, we contribute positively to a world that is often in need of calm and understanding. Shifting to the notion of control, it's common in our contemporary society to believe that we have mastery over our lives. Our focus on individualism and efficiency fosters the illusion that we can control most aspects of our daily existence. From a young age, we're taught that discipline, determination, and strategic planning can help us achieve our goals and shape our futures. This belief is reinforced by a cultural emphasis on personal achievement and control over one's environment. However, this perspective, deeply ingrained in modern secular society, often overlooks the inherent unpredictability of life. Technology and rapid advancements may give us the illusion of limitless control, but there are always factors beyond our manipulation. While we can strive to manage various aspects of our lives, it's crucial to recognize and accept the limits of our control. In challenging situations, whether related to relationships, work, or external circumstances, we may attempt to apply management strategies to regain a sense of balance. Yet, the reality is that complete control over every aspect of life is an unrealistic expectation. Instead, what we can control is our response to these challenges. Our reactions, attitudes, and mindset are within our purview, and they significantly influence our experiences and well-being. Ultimately, achieving inner peace involves understanding and accepting the limits of our control while focusing on how we respond to life's unpredictability. By cultivating resilience and adaptability, we can navigate the complexities of modern life with greater ease and composure. Embracing this perspective allows us to maintain our inner calm and balance, even when external circumstances are beyond our control. In summary, the journey to inner peace is a continuous practice of discernment, mindfulness, and conscious choice. By managing our exposure to negativity and focusing on positive influences, we create a nurturing environment for ourselves. Recognizing and accepting the limits of our control, while concentrating on our reactions and attitudes, further supports our quest for tranquility. This approach enables us to cultivate a serene inner world, regardless of the external chaos, and to embody the peace that our world so urgently needs. In a world where technology promises unprecedented control and convenience, we often find ourselves ensnared in a paradox of supposed mastery and actual uncertainty. Our modern lives are inundated with gadgets, apps, and systems designed to streamline our existence, but they often ensnare us in a web of illusion. We become deeply attached to the prompts and dopamine-driven feedback loops engineered by these technologies. Social media, for instance, offers a facade of control through curated personal profiles while subtly steering our thoughts through algorithms and ranking systems. This quest for control is further fueled by the rise of biohacking and productivity apps, which cater to our desire for organization and efficiency. Yet, these tools can make us less tolerant of life's inherent uncertainties. We increasingly rely on artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and digital assistants to navigate our daily routines, aiming to reduce life's chaos into a neat, optimized form. This dependence creates a barrier around our personal experiences, leaving little room for spontaneity or unpredictability. However, the pursuit of control is fundamentally flawed. No matter how sophisticated our systems become, reality's unpredictable nature defies our attempts to control it. Life's ups and downs, changes, surprises, and the decisions of others are beyond our control and cannot be neatly managed through meticulous planning. At some point, we all face moments that challenge our belief in our ability to control our lives. These times force us to confront our fears and the fragility of our self-constructed narratives, revealing how we mistakenly equate safety with rigid, self-centered conditions. These realizations offer us a glimpse into the universe's self-regulating principles, which operate far beyond the scope of our willpower. Although such awakenings can be unsettling and overwhelming, they also pave the way for a more enlightened existence. When we approach these moments of losing control with curiosity rather than fear, we discover that our true power lies not in controlling every detail but in how we engage with what lies beyond our control. Our greatest strength is found in our ability to remain composed, open, and imaginative, rather than in forcing outcomes to align with our narrow desires. This perspective challenges the notion that life should be a series of controlled events and instead invites us to embrace the natural principles of change, choice, and growth. The essence of personal sovereignty lies in how we cultivate our consciousness and navigate life's surprises. Do we respond with anxiety and excessive analysis, or do we embrace peace and wisdom through acceptance and presence? The ability to let go of the need to control is transformative. When we release rigid expectations, we often find that coincidences and opportunities align in surprising ways. This openness allows us to tap into an abundant source of inspiration and momentum, guided by our higher selves and universal intelligence. The moments when we feel least in control often offer the most profound opportunities for spiritual growth, purpose, and the unlocking of our full potential. To achieve true awakening, we must relinquish illusions of control and ego-driven beliefs. Transformative experiences reveal that our attempts to dominate existence are insignificant compared to the powerful forces shaping the universe. When everything seems to fall apart, what appears as chaos may actually be the universe's way of redirecting us to deeper harmonies that cannot be accessed through clinging to certainty and control. These experiences, though initially disorienting, serve as gateways to reconnect with the universe's underlying order. By letting go of our egos and unrealistic expectations, we open ourselves to becoming ethical, compassionate beings who serve greater purposes beyond our self-centered desires. Consistent practice in staying present and embracing life's unpredictability can cultivate mastery in navigating both expected and unexpected changes. Ultimately, the key to navigating our lives effectively is not through exerting control, but through the ability to remain centered and adaptable amidst change. This approach allows us to engage with life's complexities and uncertainties with grace and resilience. By practicing presence, acceptance, and openness, we align ourselves with the ever-changing currents of existence, finding harmony and fulfillment in the process. Our journey through personal growth often transitions from a defensive stance against the unpredictable to a graceful navigation of the unknown. In this evolution, we learn to synchronize with the creative forces emerging from life's uncertainties. Instead of clinging to rigid beliefs and structures, we embrace a fluid perspective, allowing us to tap into our inherent wisdom and connect more deeply with the interconnectedness of all things. This shift opens up new possibilities for intuitive understanding and positions us as conscious participants in the ever-unfolding dance of existence. The essence of this journey involves moving beyond primitive desires for control and power. Through a series of transformative experiences, we begin to see how our rigid beliefs have restricted us. Embracing change and the cosmic cycles of transformation can liberate us, offering breakthroughs beyond our previously controlling narratives. We are not cast into a cold, indifferent universe where security is a distant dream. Instead, we are guided towards recognizing that true security comes from within, through our capacity to care for and protect ourselves amidst the ceaseless evolution of life. Our experience on Earth centers around embracing growth, harmony, and love. By actively engaging in life's cyclical nature, we find peace in balancing our energies and remaining open to forces beyond our control. This acceptance allows us to embrace the continual changes and transformations that are intrinsic to life. In challenging times, it's natural to feel overwhelmed and to perceive our struggles as perpetual. When faced with intense emotional states, it's easy to see our challenges as endless patterns from which we cannot escape. Our minds can become mired in negativity, amplifying the distress and making it seem like a never-ending cycle of suffering. Such times can be particularly tough for those who have experienced significant trauma or deprivation. Our instinct to find meaning and make sense of our experiences can lead us to believe that our current difficulties will persist indefinitely. This tendency to draw conclusions based on emotional states can create negative thought patterns that trap us in a cycle of distress and despair. During periods of intense distress, we may feel disconnected and lost, struggling to find purpose or positivity. It's tempting to believe that our current struggles signal a permanent separation from happiness and fulfillment. Our past experiences of feeling unworthy or abandoned may lead us to fear that we will never experience positive aspects of life or find solace and healing. However, if we take a step back from the overwhelming emotions, we can gain a clearer perspective. One of life's fundamental truths is that all things, no matter how significant they seem, are temporary and will eventually pass. Observing our soul's journey across multiple lifetimes, we begin to see patterns connecting our experiences and transitions. The challenges we face, while daunting, are simply another phase in our ongoing journey of growth and self-discovery. Acknowledging that difficulties are temporary can help us navigate through dark periods. These challenging moments serve as the foundation for new growth and transformation. Just as the womb's darkness is essential for new life, our most intense experiences prepare us for greater wholeness and progress. The darkness we endure is not an end, but a transformative process leading to new beginnings. By looking at the broader picture, we understand that the highs and lows we experience are transient. Even the longest periods of despair or difficulty adhere to the natural laws of change and transformation that govern the universe. Beyond our personal narratives, we are part of a timeless cycle of spiritual and physical existence. The forces that cause anguish also hold the wisdom needed to transition us from our old ways to new, evolving versions of ourselves. Embracing a broader spiritual perspective on impermanence and constant change can be a challenging endeavor, especially during intense trials. When faced with deep wounds or upheavals, the human experience often fragments, disconnecting us from a larger cosmological context. Understanding the depths of our awareness can be difficult when overwhelmed by reactive emotions and feelings of alienation. Yet, these transformative experiences are crucial for our growth. They teach us to navigate the complexities of life with greater resilience and adaptability. The trials we face are not merely obstacles but opportunities for profound transformation. Through them, we learn to balance our energies and embrace the evolving nature of our existence. In the end, our journey is not about achieving absolute control over every aspect of life, but about developing the capacity to stay present and open to change. By understanding that our struggles are temporary and part of a larger, dynamic process, we can find peace and purpose even in the midst of chaos. Our growth is not defined by our ability to control, but by our ability to adapt and respond with grace. As we navigate through life's unpredictable currents, we come to appreciate the inherent beauty and wisdom in embracing the unknown. This perspective allows us to align with the universal forces of change, leading to a more harmonious and fulfilling existence. In moments of profound trauma, our perspectives often become distorted, fragments of dark reflections that spiral into an abyss of despair. Without spiritual guidance or alignment with our deeper selves, these ego-driven reactions can feel overwhelming, making our struggles seem permanent and inescapable. This journey through life, full of challenges, is not merely about navigating hardships but about discovering our place within the grand tapestry of existence. Our souls are drawn into the experimental theater of life, a stage where we develop essential skills such as presence, trust, persistence, and surrender. This journey is not just a passage through chaos and loss, but also an exploration of spiritual challenges and ego transformations. Even when we feel engulfed by darkness, there is always the promise of transformation and the eventual return of light. Our trials offer valuable lessons, guiding us toward greater wisdom and understanding. By integrating these higher perspectives into our daily lives, especially during turbulent times, we start to find balance and faith in the positive outcomes that lie ahead. As we move through difficult situations, our sense of self expands beyond the immediate experience of personal growth. We come to understand that there are larger, benevolent forces at play in the universe that transcend our temporary hardships. While our struggles may feel very real, they are part of a transformative process that eventually leads us to new, enlightening experiences. Embracing this perspective with patience and acceptance can heal the parts of us that have been wounded by trauma. This process teaches us that the idea of permanence is an illusion created by our resistance to the natural cycle of change and renewal. By grasping the fundamental nature of everything around us, we begin to see that our true essence is not limited to the experiences or roles of any single lifetime. Instead, we recognize ourselves as part of a deeper, unwavering consciousness, an expansive canvas on which all transient experiences, whether joyful or painful, briefly appear before fading away. In this primordial awareness, no single experience can dominate our attention or overpower us. Much like skilled skydivers navigating turbulence, we learn to find moments of calmness amid the chaos. Embracing a state of eternal calmness reveals that no matter how daunting a situation may seem, it does not hold ultimate power over our inner selves. Every form of worry, sadness, or uncertainty transforms naturally into the next moment of understanding, beauty, and love. This realization helps us to maintain stability and grace as we navigate the ever-changing currents of life, moving between moments of light and shadow in our quest for personal growth. The idea that true peace can be bought is a pervasive illusion in modern society. We are often led to believe that anything we desire is within reach, provided we have the right means. From health and beauty products to social status and entertainment, material possessions seem to promise fulfillment. Our identities and sense of meaning have become entangled with the relentless pursuit of new and improved external objects and experiences. This fixation on convenience and instant gratification reflects the deep influence of commercialization and materialism on our lives. In times of stress or inner turmoil, we often seek comfort through external sources. Retail therapy, fleeting trends, and excessive sensory experiences may provide temporary relief but rarely address the underlying issues. The belief that true peace can be attained through material acquisitions conflicts with the spiritual understanding that peace is not a commodity. Real and lasting peace is not something that can be purchased or possessed. It is a profound state of calmness and unity that has been recognized by spiritual traditions and mystics as our fundamental nature. This inner peace is the underlying stillness from which all temporary forms emerge and dissolve. Instead of being a goal to be achieved through material means, peace is the essence from which all existence continuously arises and fades. Understanding this concept does not require complex processes or expensive purchases. It involves recognizing that our conscious awareness is the foundation on which all experiences are built. Just as waves rise and fall on the ocean, peace is not an external acquisition but the very essence from which we originate. It is our fundamental nature that remains constant beneath all our experiences. Discussing peace in this context is challenging, as it refers to an indescribable essence of existence that transcends conceptual frameworks and language. Peace is not a state to be pursued or possessed, but the ultimate consciousness that exists beyond any object or experience. It is the quiet foundation that supports all fleeting moments, providing a stable ground for our journey through life's ups and downs. By embracing this deeper understanding of peace, we can shift our focus from the transient allure of material possessions to the enduring tranquility that lies within. This shift allows us to find true fulfillment and stability, regardless of external circumstances. Ultimately, peace is not something we achieve but the fundamental nature of our being, an ever-present essence that underpins all our experiences. The essence of existence is both ineffable and foundational, an empty fullness from which all apparent differences emerge and dissolve. This core essence isn't something we can capture or experience through internal means. Rather, it is the profound underlying unity that all aspects of existence fleetingly recognize before returning to their tranquil source. Our challenge is to embody this inner peace, transcending reliance on external knowledge or personal achievements. This requires a profound detachment from the ego, its desires, fears, and possessions. To truly connect with this essence, we must relinquish our attachments to ego-driven identities and aspirations. Surrendering to the vast ocean of awareness without any predefined agenda allows its natural clarity to pervade us. Peace is not something to be obtained, it is a remembrance of our eternal connection to this boundless expanse. Many ancient cultures have long recognized this through various traditions and practices, such as meditation, prayer, breathwork, and pilgrimage, which guide us in releasing false identities and understanding our fundamental nature. These traditions provide tools for aligning our thinking with our inherent awareness. Practices like meditation and self-examination help us see through the illusions of separateness, leading to profound internal transformation. As we let go of our fixed beliefs about personal identity, we open ourselves to a state of pure awareness, calm and unrestricted. In this state, we become receptive to the unfolding mysteries of life, each moment revealing deeper truths. Peace, therefore, is not a commodity to be acquired through grand endeavors or material possessions. It is a fundamental state of awareness that we can rediscover by releasing our ego's grip. Instead of pursuing peace through external means or accumulating possessions, true peace requires a shift in approach, one that involves letting go of desires and embracing a state of pure observation without judgment. The journey towards peace is not about gaining control over the physical world or achieving personal success. It is about freeing ourselves from the illusions of ownership and separation. By overcoming conceptual barriers, we awaken to the realization that we and all experiences are manifestations of a singular, peaceful essence. This realization transcends different dimensions and levels of existence, revealing that we are always at peace, regardless of the roles we play in our lives. True peace is not something that can be achieved through grand gestures, but is a state of fundamental awareness. Our task is to move beyond the pursuit of material gains and self-centered accomplishments. Instead, peace is found in recognizing and embracing our inherent unity. This understanding does not come from external validation, but from an inner awareness that underlies all experiences. Like rainbows appearing and fading in an infinite field, peace is a constant presence that surpasses material achievements and possessions. The sixth lesson is to meditate on what is honorable, right, pure, lovely, good, virtuous, and praiseworthy. In our world, we are constantly exposed to negativity, immorality, and fear. These elements can easily lead to a sense of disillusionment if we are not mindful of the information we consume. However, by focusing our attention on positive qualities and virtues, we can cultivate a profound sense of peace and connection with the divine. Various traditions have long taught that by consciously embracing and nurturing qualities like honor, justice, courage, grace, and beauty, we counteract the negative forces that seek to diminish our spirit. Meditating on these eternal qualities helps us align with sacred frequencies, transforming us into conduits of unity, truth, wisdom, and redemptive love. In doing so, we counteract chaos and decay, fostering a vision of a fully awakened planet. We have a unique role in creation, not merely as spectators, but as active participants. Our purpose is to embody and express the highest virtues, even amidst chaos and decline. By focusing on timeless ideals such as heroism, self-mastery, and grace, we contribute to the emergence of harmony and renewal in a world fraught with conflict and moral issues. Maintaining our focus on these ideals requires ongoing, mindful effort, as it is easy to be overwhelmed by society's narratives of pain and division. In essence, peace is not just a fleeting state, but a deep and unchanging foundation of our reality. It is a constant presence that persists through all experiences and transformations. Understanding peace at this level means rejecting the consumeristic mindset and embracing a state of pure observation and unity. This realization allows us to transcend the illusions of separation and find a profound connection with the essence of existence. As we meditate on the qualities that reflect humanity's highest potentials, we align ourselves with these timeless principles. This alignment helps us contribute positively to the world, nurturing a vision of an enlightened and harmonious existence. The peace we seek is not external but an inherent part of our being, a reminder that amidst all the chaos and conflict, our true essence remains unchanged and eternally at peace. In summary, The path to inner peace involves letting go of egoic attachments and embracing a state of pure awareness. By focusing on eternal virtues and transcending material pursuits, we align ourselves with the profound essence that underlies all existence. This journey requires mindfulness and a deep understanding that true peace is not something we acquire but the fundamental state of our being, present in every moment and experience. In the quest for inner peace and spiritual growth, it is crucial to remain dedicated to the path of a true spiritual warrior. This journey involves cultivating and embracing qualities such as beauty, truth, honor, and compassion despite the often overwhelming negativity present in our environment. By deeply understanding and internalizing these core frequencies, and practicing them through focused meditation, we transform ourselves into stable vessels for divine essence to manifest on earth. The challenges and negativity that pervade the world should not deter us from bringing positivity and goodness into our lives. Instead, we should prioritize understanding and promoting the positive aspects of reality. By embodying these virtues, we provide a powerful example for others and resist the negative forces of hatred, tribalism, and cynicism. Our reflections on beauty, courage, and honor become potent expressions that introduce new harmony and transformative movements into the world, guiding us toward a better future for all. We act as conduits for divine frequencies, broadcasting purifying scalar energies from the source domain. Our purpose is to facilitate accelerated global transformation, aligning humanity with the divine blueprints of unified virtue. Through mindful breathing and connecting with the essence of humanity, we tap into the profound healing power of the quantum matrix, initiating positive changes that reverberate through time and space. Our inner thoughts and actions deeply impact the world, and by valuing virtue, wisdom, and positive qualities, we illuminate the challenges surrounding us. Aligning ourselves with timeless principles such as beauty, truth, and heroism, we become channels for these sacred codes to manifest in our world. By meditating on the noble and admirable aspects of the human spirit, we significantly impact and bless the world. As vessels, we receive and transmit radiant energy from the interconnected source, maintaining our focus on wisdom, justice, compassion, and divinity even when these values are overshadowed or ignored. This process transforms our being into a source of unwavering peace, allowing us to overcome cynicism, hatred, and unconsciousness. We firmly believe in the power of virtue, striving to live a life of integrity, which helps us stay grounded and appreciate the beauty around us. Peace is not an external pursuit, but a state of resonance with eternal qualities nurtured through dedicated meditation. The seventh lesson emphasizes finding rest for the soul in God alone. Spiritual traditions across cultures reveal a profound truth: the peace our souls long for cannot be found in transient objects, experiences, or external distractions. True peace requires a journey to reconnect with the source of all creation, which remains unaffected by any phenomenon or experience. This journey demands a complete surrender, releasing attachments to tribal identities, material possessions, and temporary roles. It is about connecting our awareness to the ultimate source of creation, which provides sustenance and remains constant amid change. True peace becomes our abiding essence when we anchor our soul in the eternal ground of being, the unchanging substratum of infinite potential that underlies all manifestations. The mystic's calling is to discover this peace, which surpasses understanding, amid the chaos of human dramas and cultural complexities. The foundation for enduring peace lies in the one without a second, the primordial consciousness that radiates like waves upon its infinite ocean. Nothing in this world, whether a situation, material possession, belief system, or achievement, can provide lasting peace. These are all temporary and subject to change. Our identity is often tied to experiences that come and go, constantly changing and replacing each other. Relying solely on these experiences for a sense of belonging, safety, and fulfillment can be precarious. Finding true peace requires a deep connection with our inner selves, a return to our eternal essence that has always been present. Spiritual teachings emphasize the need to go beyond mere intellectual exercises and conceptual frameworks, focusing on undoing ingrained patterns of identification with the body, thoughts, emotions, roles, and other limited perspectives. Gradually detaching our consciousness from temporary objects of perception and letting go of the idea that we can find belonging in fleeting experiences or constructed identities is essential. This process of dismantling the chains that bind us to the cycle of pain, life, and death demands bravery, openness, mindfulness, and acceptance. It involves a metaphysical shedding of provisional masks, stories, and psychic orbits that we cling to for safety and belonging. However, this act of divestment and voluntary ego annihilation is not driven by despair or nihilism but by a growing understanding of love. This love acknowledges our soul's eternal essence and its connection to the unchanging peace of God. We let go of all other loyalties, realizing that the fleeting experiences we cling to for our identities can never provide the lasting peace our true selves seek. Our longing for a solution to the constant dissatisfaction in life drives us to look inward, discovering that the peace and tranquility we desire are found within ourselves, separate from external illusions. By shifting our focus away from identifying with specific aspects of our experiences or constructed identities, we move closer to realizing our true essence and the eternal peace that lies within. In summary, the journey towards inner peace involves a profound dedication to embodying virtues like beauty, truth, honor, and compassion. By focusing on these principles and practicing them through meditation, we become channels for divine essence. True peace is not an external pursuit, but a state of inner resonance with our eternal nature. Through surrender and detachment from temporary identities and possessions, we reconnect with the ultimate source of creation, discovering the lasting peace that has always been present within us. In our journey through life, we often encounter a paradox where our quest for inner peace becomes entangled with the fluctuations of existence. Yet, within the ever-changing tapestry of our daily experiences, there exists a timeless essence, a profound, unshakable calm that remains untouched by life's ups and downs. As we delve deeper into our consciousness, we start to recognize this eternal tranquility, perceiving the joys and sorrows of life as mere ripples over an unaltered foundation of being. Imagine a serene lake that reflects a clear sky, undisturbed by the winds that may stir its surface. In a similar way, our inner peace, when anchored in this core essence, remains constant despite the external disturbances. Intense emotions and chaotic situations that once triggered our reactivity and dispersion can now be met with a composed awareness, allowing us to experience and hold them without succumbing to additional suffering or unconscious patterns. Our inner space, once a turbulent arena, becomes a sanctuary of stability and peace. This stability acts as a wellspring from which creative expressions arise and return to the infinite void. By maintaining our inner peace, even amidst the physical world's challenges, we learn to let go of transient experiences without clinging or resisting. This detachment allows us to engage fully with both the beautiful and the heartbreaking moments of life while keeping our sense of self anchored in a serene inner peace that aligns with our true nature. As we grow into this understanding, the complexities of the world lose their power to unsettle us. We begin to perceive ourselves as emanations of the Source, observing the various instances of separateness as fleeting holograms emerging and dissipating within the unified field of oneness. In this state, peace becomes the very essence of our being, effortlessly experienced and unshaken as we connect with our infinite existence across all realms. Our ultimate destination is a state of pure tranquility, where we fully connect with the divine and find complete and unconditional peace. This journey towards inner peace is not merely about escaping external pressures, but about returning to the fundamental essence of our existence. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Melanie who embarked on a personal quest to discover inner peace. Her journey illuminated the significance of living fully in the present moment. Melanie had struggled with anxiety for years, constantly trapped in a cycle of overthinking. Her mind was perpetually occupied with past regrets and future anxieties, making the current moment seem perpetually out of reach. She missed out on simple joys, the mesmerizing sunset, the warmth of laughter, and the serenity of a peaceful morning. Melanie's constant mental activity left her feeling drained and disconnected from her inner tranquility. Despite her efforts, conventional therapy failed to address her struggle with staying present. It was only when she discovered mindfulness practices, such as meditation and breath work, that she began to find relief. By focusing on her breath, the ambient sounds, and the sensation of her feet grounding her, Melanie learned to stay rooted in the present moment. As she practiced these techniques, Melanie became adept at noticing when her mind wandered. She learned to gently redirect her attention back to the present, finding that each moment could be embraced without the need to escape or resist. Her newfound ability to stay present transformed her experience of life, allowing her to appreciate the beauty and significance of each moment. This shift in perspective revealed to Melanie the sacredness of the present moment, or realization obscured by her previous anxieties. Even amidst life's challenges, she found that a strong sense of self-awareness enabled her to face difficulties with a profound inner calm. Her journey highlighted the importance of letting go of conditioned reactions and embracing the serenity that comes from fully engaging with the present. Many of us have lost touch with the profound teachings and sense of belonging that can only be found by being present. Our constant daydreaming and preoccupation with past regrets or future uncertainties prevent us from fully appreciating the beauty and miracle of each moment. This relentless focus on strategizing for security and personal satisfaction often overshadows our inner selves. Yet, ancient wisdom traditions emphasize the importance of embracing the present moment. These teachings suggest that by being fully present, we gain access to profound insights and a deeper understanding of reality. The true nature of things becomes clear when we focus our consciousness on the boundless reality unfolding before us. In this space, we can glimpse the fundamental essence that transcends transient appearances. By attending to the present moment, we connect with the eternal source of creation that continually flows into our lives. Letting go of self-created mental constructs and fixations opens us to a deeper understanding of our true nature. Rather than being passive observers, we become active participants in the unfolding of life, fully aware of our connection to the divine source that animates all existence. Our awareness and presence enable us to appreciate the beauty of each moment, recognizing it as a ceremonial offering that reveals our deep connection to the eternal. This perspective shift allows us to experience inner peace not as a fleeting state, but as an enduring aspect of our being. By embracing the present fully, we align ourselves with the timeless essence of our existence and the divine rhythm that permeates the universe. In our ever-shifting world, ancient wisdom suggests that true self-awareness and understanding emerge when we relinquish our inclination to escape the present moment. Rather than succumbing to daydreams of the future or dwelling on the past, we are encouraged to embrace the current reality. This act of presence helps dissolve the fog of forgetfulness that clouds our minds. By perceiving our physical forms not as isolated entities but as integral parts of an expansive and boundless consciousness, we gain a deeper insight into our existence. This realization transforms our understanding of our being. We recognize that our bodies are merely forms within a vast, interconnected realm, serving as witnesses to their own existence across all dimensions. In this grander context, we are not merely observing isolated thoughts but experiencing a profound sense of awareness that underlies the unfolding of all events. This awareness is the unchanging backdrop against which every moment plays out. Embracing this awareness brings a sense of immense joy. We transcend fleeting identities and forms, which are like ripples on the surface of a vast, enigmatic ocean. To fully appreciate these profound insights, we must confront our tendency to evade the present. Embracing the raw immediacy of existence requires courage, as each breath and moment unfolds with its own urgency. The essence of every reality manifestation is intimately linked to our being. Each moment reflects our awareness, continuously emerging without losing its inherent subjectivity. Meeting the present moment with complete awareness allows us to let go of fear and engage fully with the now. This transparency to the ceremonial revelation, that every moment is directed solely towards us, constitutes what enlightened traditions call true meditation. It is the reconnection of our identity with the ever-present source of boundless potential. Experiencing reality in its fullness helps us release our limited perspectives and narrow sense of self. We are reminded of our eternal essence, which allows the temporary world to showcase its fantastic displays. We witness fleeting dreams while maintaining awareness of our inherent unity, which cannot be confined by any singular viewpoint or transient transformation. This ceremonial act of hospitality reconnects us with the cosmic ritual, where each moment serves as a reminder of our existence and endless possibilities for self-discovery and expression. Our primary task may be to find the courage to fully embrace the present moment, free from barriers and distractions. The path of return is revealed through the straightforward ceremonial offerings of everyday life, offering glimpses of the infinite possibilities hidden in ordinary moments. We are the special occasion that each moment seeks to reveal and bless into existence. The experience of living within this eternal mystery has been carefully prepared for us since the dawn of time. The divine reunion is happening here and now, gently urging us to awaken to our inherent sense of belonging. To be fully present and liberated from psychological illusions means to accept reality as it is, without reservation. It invites us to relinquish our denials and engage actively in the beautiful experience of discovering our true selves. Each moment calls us to embrace infinite possibilities with passion and unconditional acceptance. Cultivating relationships that foster peace is another vital aspect of achieving inner harmony. Alchemical traditions reveal that nurturing such relationships can unlock powerful sources of healing and balance. Wisdom paths across cultures emphasize the importance of surrounding ourselves with individuals who support our growth and share our values. By doing so, we create a stable and peaceful environment in our lives. Understanding our interconnectedness is crucial. Our energy and environment are deeply entwined, and the nature of our surroundings influences our inner peace. Stressful, negative, or fear-inducing environments can disrupt our equilibrium, creating imbalances in our energy. Conversely, being in the presence of calm, kind, and genuine people can foster a sense of safety and ease. We are connected to the energy fields that surround us and are influenced by the people we engage with and the frequencies in our environment. To sustain lasting peace, we must carefully curate our relationships and environments. Engaging with harmonious, supportive individuals aligns with our true nature and helps maintain inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. Instead of being overwhelmed by negative situations, we find empowerment by surrounding ourselves with positive influences and creating a harmonious atmosphere. Building strong relationships at various levels of closeness profoundly impacts our well-being. These connections help us achieve bodily balance, foster safety and trust, and cultivate a mindful state of being. Through this inner work, we discover a deep interconnectedness at the core of the universe. Peace is not something to be grasped or owned, but is a constantly flowing stream of harmony created through interconnected feedback loops within the unified field of relationships. In this field, we become both sources and recipients of peace, acting as hubs for transmitting and receiving within the overall dynamic. As more people committed to peace come together, the collective energy strengthens and spreads through our connections, creating a harmonious and regenerative effect. Sharing vulnerability and seeking support in intimate relationships can significantly impact our peace and growth. It is essential to focus on building relationships that bring peace and fulfillment, as they profoundly affect our well-being. In summary, maintaining the harmonious balance of creation involves intentionally nurturing relationships that support and bring peace into our lives. This approach not only fosters our individual well-being but also contributes to the collective harmony of our interconnected world. Nurturing our relationships with care and consciousness is essential for maintaining the harmony that allows every interaction to reach its highest potential. When we engage in acts of domination, neglect, or abuse, we disrupt the delicate fabric of our interconnected existence, leading to widespread dysfunction and suffering. Conversely, when we come together with intent and harmony, we play a vital role in restoring peace within the universal framework. By fostering genuine connections, we support the spiritual growth of all beings and contribute to a collective sense of tranquility. Our intentional friendships and relationships act as conduits for peace, channeling a profound grace that nurtures every being's inner serenity. This idea aligns with the notion that, despite the challenges of daily life, such as work pressures, family demands, political strife, and the omnipresence of technology, the pursuit of inner peace remains a worthy and transformative endeavor. The quest for inner tranquility often feels overwhelming due to the noise and chaos surrounding us. Achieving a state of deep, enduring peace involves more than merely seeking temporary solace. It requires us to engage in what might be called the cosmic labor of fostering and expanding a unified field of divine communion. In this grand cosmic symphony, each of us contributes unique vibrations that help harmonize and transform our collective experience. Meaningful connections with others become channels through which tranquility manifests across different realms. By creating networks imbued with coherence and understanding, we participate in the ongoing mystery of existence. Our relationships, filled with mutual respect and empathy, help bring forth new visions of wholeness, celebrating the growth of all life and nurturing lasting peace. Reflecting on these lessons, we see that the journey to inner peace is deeply intertwined with timeless wisdom and practices. The path is not always smooth. It demands that we confront our deepest reactions and attachments to temporary things. Our egos and conditioned responses often lead us to cling to fleeting sources of fulfillment, which cannot provide lasting equanimity. Through introspection, self-compassion, and embracing the formless essence beneath our experiences, we uncover the potential for profound inner liberation. This process enhances our ability to observe life's challenges without being overwhelmed by them. We reconnect with an unchanging, timeless aspect of ourselves, discovering a foundation of everlasting tranquility that underpins our existence. As we continue our journey, it is crucial to remember a few key principles. True peace is not something we can possess or permanently achieve. Rather, it is experienced and embraced in each present moment. By remaining fully present and releasing attachments, we open ourselves to genuine peace. Furthermore, personal challenges, no matter how intense or disruptive, are not separations from the truth. Every experience, regardless of its severity, holds the potential for change and eventual resolution. Our essence remains eternally connected to infinite peace, transcending any temporary passage or difficulty. Thus, as we navigate our lives and cultivate our relationships, let us remain mindful of the interconnectedness that binds us. By fostering supportive and harmonious connections, we contribute to a collective peace that enhances our individual and shared experiences. In doing so, we honor the profound and timeless tranquility that lies at the core of our being. Copyright 2024 by FreeBooksTube. Thank you for listening. Please consider to subscribe, like, and share to help the channel grow new videos on a daily basis.